Hello, hello, welcome. Welcome. TikTok is a little slow. Let's get it connected as well. Welcome, welcome. Today we're talking TikTok is connected. Today we're talking about confidence. Becoming confident overnight. I apologize I missed a live on Thursday. Unexpected kind of events, but I'm here today and let's have a productive discussion. Tomorrow is full moon. I hope you're well prepared. It will be very interesting full moon, very powerful full moon, and a full moon that might bring some changes into your life. Not only into your life, into everybody's life, but it is very powerful, very strong, very kind of disruptive, I would even say. You would need to get rid of something, but that's besides the point. So why am I talking about confidence? Because confidence is basically a reflection of your energy. When I'm often asked, what kind of man do you like? What kind of people do you like? I always say confident. I don't know. For me, confidence is everything in people, in men. I really, really love this quality, and I would want all of you become more confident as well. I decided to do this subject is because it seems like there are I met quite a few people recently who are lacking on confidence, and I think that this my advice might be useful to them. And for all of you who is super confident, maybe you can just use it, use some of this information for I don't know for becoming even more confident. All right, so I'm going to tell you what to stop doing, what you should stop doing, what you should start doing, and I will also tell you what I stopped doing and what I started doing to become more confident. Now, I want to mention that different energies have different level of confidence. Masculine energy tend to be more confident than feminine energy. So if you have a lot of placements in hi Helena, in fire and air, you are more confident than those that have more placements in earth and water. It is normal because masculine energy is more outside. It tends to be more confident. It is normal. For masculine energy, confidence is part of their development and challenges. It is just how it is. Now, if you are feminine and you don't know particularly how to use your energy, you might be lacking confidence, but you can change it obviously, as I did, because I'm very feminine. I have a lot of energy of water and very little masculine energy, but I was able to turn it around. And I mean, I worked in finances with very wealthy clients, and now I work with you, and I'm here in around the whole world. So I was able to turn it around, and so will you. It's not as hard. It's all about practice. All right, and then I will answer one question I got here. All right, so what to stop doing? So to become more confident, you need to stop comparing yourself to others. I think this is what I see from my friends. Well, not from my recent friends, but from my friends before, and from my clients, even from finances. People that are comparing themselves to others are never will never win, because there is always somebody better than you, than me, and then some. I live in Miami. I mean, the women there are so beautiful. If I will be comparing myself, I mean, I'm beautiful too. But if I will start comparing myself to women that are there, those Barbie dolls, I mean, this is impossible. I will always lose. So there's no point for me to compare myself to anybody. I mean, I speak with an accent, obviously. I have faults. I have a lot of shortcomings, you would say, but that doesn't stop me from being confident. Why? Because I don't compare myself to nobody. I truthfully and honestly believe that everybody has the power, and as an energy worker, as a Reiki master, I can tell you everybody has there is nobody better or worse. We all have equally good and bad in us, equally benefits and shortcomings. So I believe that, okay, so maybe I'm not tall, blonde, and skinny, but I have other things that benefit me even more, that benefit the society around me more, like for example my femininity. So you need to stop comparing yourself right away. This is like the thing you need to stop doing. The second one that you need to stop doing is negative self-talk. Honestly, this is just a no. My clients, I don't allow them to speak bad about themselves. If I'm outside somewhere and I hear somebody saying something like, "Oh, stupid me," or "I'm so fat," I mean, like my whole body just gets so, like I react, even though it's not me speaking, it's not about me, I still react because we're all kind of in a collective consciousness, and I feel it. I feel how her inner child reacts to her words. So this is something you need to stop doing. It is a must. You could not be talking about yourself. Remember, you are your consciousness, and with your words you're putting information in your consciousness and in your energy. So if you're telling something like this, you're basically telling your energy to take this to represent this information. So when you're saying something like I'm slender, the energy takes in this information and you become slender. Now, if you say something else, the energy takes that information and make you whatever you say. So it is crucial to watch what you say. No negative talk about yourself. You should be your biggest cheerleader. So no negative talk at all. This is the second thing. The third thing that you need to stop doing is stop seeking approval, constantly asking for advice. Why you should stop? I used to ask. I used to be like this. I always had friends. I have a family that we're close to. So I would always ask, "What do you think about this? What do you think if I will buy this? Or what do you think if I will go there?" And why is it not good? Is because people will show what is inside of you. So if I'm doubting about buying a dress, let's say, they will tell the same thing. So if I'm asking my friend, "What do you think about this dress?" and I'm kind of not sure about it, she will say, "Well, I don't know really. Are you sure?" So there's no really point for asking somebody else unless you ask in a particular way. Um, because they will only show you what is inside of you. If you want to see what is inside of you, then ask them, of course, but don't take it personally. For example, as you know, I make candles, right? And right now I don't make, but I usually make candles. And when I started making candles, they were like a little chubby like this. Right now they're like this, very beautiful. But before they used to be a little chubby, kind of not. And I remember I sent the candle to a few people, including my mom, and they all said, "Well, I mean, why is it so why is it so fat?" And I got upset at them and obviously at everybody who said something bad about my candles because they were my creation. But truthfully, that's exactly what I felt inside. I felt like they were not the candles that I wanted to make. So people only showed me what I have inside. Now, I would also encourage you to stop seeking the approval and advice because you are too much outside. You should consult the energy that is inside of you. You have the energy, you have the information, you have the consciousness, you have enough to make your own decision. For example, if you want to go somewhere, you can just sit quietly, kind of calm your mind, calm your energy, and just ask yourself, should I really go there or should I not? What I'm thinking about this. And trust me, you will get the right answer. You will see. Now, if you will be asking outside, the answers might be different. Why? Because you're outside of your aura. You are seeking for answer outside of you. Now, these answers will not include your feelings, your emotions, how comfortable your energy is by doing something new, maybe, or buying something that's out of your comfort. So I would be very careful of asking an advice. Ask advice from somebody who is neutral, like me, for example, or somebody who works with energy as well, or somebody who is completely neutral. So, like I have a couple of friends, and they never really get emotional with anything you ask. They're absolutely neutral. So I can brainstorm ideas with them because I know they will not react anyhow. This is somebody you can ask advice. But overall, stop doing this. You have everything inside of you to make a brilliant decision yourself. All right, the next one is you need to stop avoiding new experiences, projects, and people. As you know, in comfort zone we don't grow, and it was it was something that I stopped doing. I'm an introvert. I'm very feminine, so obviously it's not easy for me to kind of well, it's easy now, but still I prefer to be mm, more in the places where there is less people than more. I have nothing against people. I have something against crowds, because obviously my energy gets very like all over the place, and I could not and I'm powerful enough to control maybe 20, 30 people, but I could not control 200 people. So but this is something that I stopped doing. I used to avoid not only people. I used to avoid experiences, some new projects, like anything that made me a little uneasy. I would just, oh no, I don't need to do it, or I don't want to do it. That that didn't bring me nothing, honestly. It only stopped me from progressing. I mean, how long can I be sitting in my comfort zone? At one point, I have to come out and experience life. I'm here to experience life. So this is something you need to stop doing. You need to stop procrastinating, stop overthinking, and stop going to the same places, stop communicating with the same people over and over again, just because you feel unconfident. Like, for example, I'll tell you, if before, not now, if let's say a guy invites me to a party with his friends, I would think, well, I don't know, am I going to fit in? I mean, maybe there are some people, I don't know anybody there except him. Maybe maybe they would be drinking a lot and I don't drink much. Maybe there will be some kind of activities that I want to do. So I would think and think so much that I would, at the end, I would just tell him, oh no, I don't feel well, or something. I'll come up with some kind of excuse just not to go there. And who knows, maybe I would go there and meet some amazing people that don't even drink, and I don't know, maybe it would just be socializing. Maybe it would be an interesting crowd. So I would, or for example, if my friends would, I used to live in New York, I remember, and there was a New York restaurant week, as you know, and a lot of amazing restaurants, they opened the doors to everybody, and we used to love to go to these restaurants. And I remember the first year we started with that, I was very cautious. I was like, what if I go there and I don't fit in or something? I mean, I don't know why. I had the money. I was obviously, I look good. I dress well. So, but I still had this kind of this kind of unsureness about myself. I also I travel a lot right now, but there was time when I also didn't travel much for the same reason. I believed that it could be expensive. So my lack of confidence didn't allow me to experience life, and this is what I stopped doing. Right now, I almost push myself, even if I feel uncomfortable. I will get to that. Good question. So I felt because of my lack of confidence, I would miss out on so many opportunities and so many new experiences. And I mean, what did it give me? Nothing really. The same. It was in my career. I often was afraid to take on new projects because of this, because maybe of lack of confidence and a fear of not being good enough or something for the project. So stop doing it. Stop avoiding life just because you're not confident enough. The next one that you stop doing right now is being too hard on yourself. Honestly, these are my clients. I mean, I love my clients. They are very dedicated to their success. Obviously, I do want them to be successful. I do everything I can for them to be successful. But frankly, I always tell them, don't be so hard on yourself. I mean, energy takes time to evolve, to progress. You can't be particularly like, you cannot be strict. If you will give yourself more love and compassion, you will develop much faster than if you will be so strict on yourself. So if you don't feel like meditating today, or if you don't feel like doing anything, usually I have homework for all my clients. If you don't feel like doing it, don't do it. But I would rather you don't do homework and just allow yourself to to be loved, to stay in pleasure, than to be hard on yourself and do the homework. So something like this. I mean, obviously you have to be consistent and persistent when you want some kind of progress, but you don't have to be extremely hard on yourself. I don't like this. And for feminine energy, it's absolutely unacceptable. And for confidence too. You would think that to become confident, you have to be hard on yourself. No, you don't. And masculine energy usually is not hard on yourself. You will be surprised. But masculinity is actually very they're persistent, but they are not hard on themselves. You know, they make mistakes and they're like, fine, that's fine. I can do that. All right. The next one that you need to stop doing is focusing on past failures. Oh my God. If you past is past. I mean, 5 minutes ago was already past. There's no point of talking about it. I honestly have, as you know, I'm an NLP master, and I continuously repeat myself that past is past, and there is no point in hanging in that. What we can use past for is basically for creating the future, for maybe learning from the past. But hanging in the past is never a good idea. So if the past is bothering you so much, if you couldn't give up, if you couldn't let the situation go, I mean, ask me. I will clear the energy around that situation. Or you can rewrite the situation. So basically, you sit and rewrite the situation as you want it to be, but don't hang in there. There's like you're missing on the present and on the future by sitting in the past. That doesn't matter no more. It's already gone. So focusing on past failures is a no-no, especially because I'm sure they were not failures like you would think. If you would go back, certain situations that you considered at that moment a failure is probably something good and was done for the better. Basically, the situation was not as bad as you thought. For example, I can tell you, I was focusing, so I was working in finance for a long time, and obviously I made some certain choices that moved my career up, but there was certain choices that I wasn't confident or brave enough to make, and I was hanging in those past situations for some time, and I was thinking, what if I would do that, the choice, maybe my life would be different, maybe my whole career would be different. And only when I started working with energy, I let them go. And when I let them go, this was the funniest thing. Once I let them go, I found out one of the decisions was about to move into a different institution, and I was hanging that situation for years. And I found out that actually it was not a wise choice. The leadership team was not as good there, and the team was just changing constantly. So you see, my decision at that moment was right, and there was no point to myself of being hard and blaming myself for what I thought was a past failure. It was not a failure. Apparently, it was a really good decision. So I advise you not to hang in the past. If you really could not let it go, ask me. I mean, you can write me and I will clear the situation for you, but you need to let it go as well. And you obviously need to write anything in my past that I'm not satisfied with. I don't have nothing like that. I rewrote basically. So there's nothing. I rewrote everything. There is nothing that that I could say that I regret of doing. Nothing. I mean, yeah, for the most part, there is nothing. So, and you can do the same thing. All right. So this is what you need to stop doing. Now, what do you need to start doing? Because the subject is become confident overnight. And I will tell you, once I start doing all of this, I really notice the confidence level. I mean, obviously, confidence doesn't become, you don't become super confident overnight, but at least you will know what you need to do. So the first thing that you need to start doing, you need to put your shoulders back. And I will tell you why from an energetic perspective. All right. So people that are not confident usually slouch. You know, I put this dress on purpose because I could not be slouching because it's very, like, it holds me so good. Now, why do we slouch usually is because we protect our heart. We protect our heart chakra. If you notice, people around you, the people that are slouching usually have a weak heart. Not talking about the physical heart. I'm talking about the heart chakra. Usually they're lacking self-love and overall love in their life. Usually they are very they they're not, they're hard on themselves, they don't believe they deserve love. Notice, observe them. I always notice that. So me, thankfully, I always had a good posture. And I noticed when I started working with energy that at certain moments I would start not slouching but like closing my shoulders a little bit. And at those moments when I'm closing my shoulders, so I would sit in the restaurant and I would just do like this, like little bit. I close my shoulders, or I would walk and I would also close my shoulders like this. I notice that I do it to protect myself. It is in those moments when I don't feel very comfortable, very confident. So if you want to become confident, open your shoulders. You will open your heart. Yes, it will be a little bit your heart chakra. I mean your energy space for the heart. Yes, it will be maybe um, a little uh, vulnerable, so to say. But look, you could not be hiding from the world. You need to allow the heart to experience everything that comes. So if you want to be confident, push your shoulders back. Yes, physically, and just by looking at somebody, a person with the shoulders back looks much better. But I'm explaining you how does work energetically. A person with the shoulders back opens the heart, and the heart has nothing but experience now life. If you and you will see how fast you will feel better. You will feel more more confident. The energy will move more in this area with this energy field. So push your shoulders back. This is one of the most important, I would say. Another one is NLP thing. You need to smile. So even if you want to cry, smile. Our mind is a funny thing. It doesn't understand really when we smile for when we really want to smile, or when we just fake it the smile. And if you notice, if you smile for maybe 2-3 minutes like this, you don't feel like smiling, but you're smiling. At one point, you will become more confident, and your whole perception of world will change. You will see. Try it. I actually tried it many times, obviously when I was studying NLP, and I shared with you the NLP practices in another video. You can watch it. But fake smiling actually adds a lot of confidence um, to you. Now don't smile like too much, just a little bit. Raise your lips, and you need to raise them with the cheekbones. So don't do like this. Raise it with the cheekbones. Imagine that the cheekbones are kind of pulling your lips up. This is NLP. You will see after 3 minutes you will start feeling better and more confident. All right, the third one is use the strong self-talk. Like me, for example, I use it all the time, especially now. If I need to make a decision and I couldn't make the decision, I keep on, because I'm manager for. I go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It drives me nuts, honestly. So when I need to make a decision, I usually go for a walk, and I repeat to myself. I make I come up with the decision fast and easy, like this, and I keep saying to myself, and within like maybe 2 hours, the decision will come to me somehow. Either I will see something, or somebody will tell me, but the decision will come very fast, and I love doing this. So what else can you do? You can say something else. You can say something like, I am accepted by everybody. I'm loved by everybody. If this is your issue, or I'm respected by my colleagues. I used to say this a lot too. When I used to work in finances, I was respected by my colleagues, um, but sometimes, in finance world, it could be a harsh kind of reality. So I felt sometimes I took personal a lot of things. So I would say all the time, I'm respected and loved by my colleagues. And really, the last year, I felt like I was working with a whole bunch of friends. So like this, empower yourself with self-talk. Watch what you're saying. I can, from a conversation with the client, I already can pinpoint what kind of self-talk they have with themselves. So really empower yourself. Even if you don't believe what you're saying right now, it doesn't matter. Your mind will start believing at one point. So you can, if you want to become slender or very beautiful, you can say something like, "I can't believe I'm so beautiful," or "I can't believe I get slender so easy," like this. You put in the right seeds and the right information into your mind. It is very important, very important for our bodies, for our mind, for our inner child, our inner parent, our inner adult. Now you choose for yourself what the self-talk should be about. um, Obviously it should be something that's important for you now, something that you could not, like, for example, if you have issues with relationship, then your self-talk should be strong around relationship. If your relationships are weak, then you probably don't believe that you deserve good relationship, or that you are not capable of having strong relationship. Then the self-talk should be something empowering around relationship, like, "I'm loved by everybody, I attract strong masculine men into my life," or "masculine men love me and care for me," something like that. So the self-talk should be powerful like that. All right, the fourth one is about dressing up. So you should dress flattering to you. I'm not talking about being super high maintenance, um, but you should dress well. So even if I'm, fortunately for me, I mean, I always dressed well. Even if I'm just at home lounging, doing nothing, I can easily get up and go to, well, maybe not a Michelin star restaurant, but to like a cafe and have lunch very easy, and I wouldn't stick out. I mean, I always, thanks God, I always have my hair somewhat groomed. I always have my nails and toes done. So I like, my skin is always like, I always look after myself. So yeah, I obviously don't wear heels at home and a ball gown, but I'm always thankfully look nice. But I had clients that wouldn't be looking so good, and obviously they don't feel comfortable. So I advise, obviously, to them, and not only to my clients. I obviously was advising it to my friends before, to start watching what they're wearing. You see, look, if I'm in the apartment right now, there is I think 4 or 5 mirrors. Every time I walk by, I look in the mirror. Now, when I'm dressed nice, I mean, it's like every time I look at myself, I'm like, so beautiful. But when I'm not, when I'm not looking too good, and I'm passing by the mirror, I mean, what do I show my mind? That I'm not beautiful, and I'm not well kept, so to say. So dress, groom yourself, and dress according to your body type. I mean, you don't have to wear a ball gown all the time, but you have to dress. So I noticed, I especially remember two of my friends, especially one. She used to prefer comfort over like over beautiful dresses, and she started changing little by little. So we used to go out together, and when she goes out with me, she would dress up a little bit, and she said, "I noticed when I go out with you, I become more confident." And I said, "Maybe that's because you're dressing up when you're going out with me." So she started implementing a little a different kind of clothes into her life. So dress, see how much more confident you will become if you will start dressing up at least a little bit, and your perception of yourself will change. All right, so the next one is, you need to record your accomplishments. This is a NLP also practice, and a very important one. And I give this exercise to pretty much all my clients, and I always do it myself. Now, I will explain to you something. I will give you 2 examples, and you will notice the difference. So let's say, wait, they have the examples here. So let's imagine I will say to myself, "What a productive day. Finally finished season 4 of Emily in Paris." And another one, "Damn, what a waste of a day. Didn't build another plane today." You see, the thing is that no matter what you're saying to your mind, no matter really, the mind will take your words literally. So even if I'm working all day, but at the end of the day, I will say, I wasted the whole day, my mind will take it as it is. My mind will not be arguing with me and say, no, Anastasia, you didn't waste your day. You did this and this and this. No, your mind will say, yeah, what a waste of a day. On the other hand, if I didn't do nothing at all but watch Netflix and ate croissants, but I will tell myself, what a productive day. I did so much. The mind will grasp the productivity even if I didn't do nothing, you see? And that's why the mind work is so important. You need to convince your mind that you are doing a lot of things. And once you convince your mind will find the proof that you are really doing something, not just eating croissants and watching Emily in Paris. Record all your accomplishments, even if those accomplishments are minimal. I used to have a little notebook and I would write all my accomplishments for the day before I go to sleep. So I would write something, even if I'm staying at home. I used to live in New York. Obviously, there were some rainy days, and I would write something like, for example, read 50 pages of my book. Even if that book is not useful, I would write down, I read 50 pages of the book. Prepare the home-cooked meal. Even if it's fried eggs, I would write did laundry. Something like I would find. My task was to find 10 accomplishments a day, and I would write those 10 accomplishments every single day. Whether there are or not, I will find them. Even if it was to go to a grocery store across the street, I had like a small grocery store. I would write, went to a grocery store to buy something, to buy cabbage. So find the accomplishments and write them down. Make your mind believe that you are a successful and super productive person. Unfortunately for us, in our society, accomplishments and productivity makes us confident. We believe that people that are productive, that achieve a lot, they're somewhat better than us. It's not true. But if it is so, if we're in such a society, then make your mind believe that you are as productive as others. As one of my colleagues used to say, create waves in a bucket of water. If you have to, I mean, do that. And you will see, I will answer all your questions. So if you, even if you will see that your mind will start picking on, you will start making, like, you will start really accomplishing certain things once you start recording them. For example, once I started recording my accomplishments, I remember after 2 weeks or so, I would write everything. You know, obviously some of them were super like really good accomplishments. I would go to work, I would meet with the client, I would have like a really good sale, I would write all that. That was a great accomplishment. But there were days when there was nothing, like nothing really. You could say an empty day completely, but I wouldn't allow myself to believe that my day was completely empty. So I would find the accomplishments. And after 2 weeks, I started noticing that my productivity at work increased, my productivity at home increased. Why? Because I'm not hard on myself. I make myself believe that I'm such a productive person and I have so many accomplishments that I want to do more. You see, like it's a mental game with yourself. And after 2 weeks of writing this all down, now I have a proof that I'm super productive. So I'm coming to work super confident, and I was even at home super confident because I'm this productive busy bee. Try it only for a few weeks and you will see how your life will change. Even right now, when it happens very rarely, but sometimes when I feel like a little down, I start writing accomplishments. I write for maybe 2-3 days, and that's more than enough. When I was in Miami, obviously I didn't have to write because I would take that notebook and I would read and it would refresh my memory. But right now, just I have in my notes, I have like a little page and I would put accomplishments there. And I feel great, honestly, even if I didn't do nothing the whole day. All right, the next one is you need to focus on your strengths. We all have strengths, as I told you in the beginning. I believe that every person, I know it for a fact, as an energy worker, I know we're all equal. We're all equal energy lumps. Some people just have more energy and bigger energy spaces than others. But we're given energy space according to our abilities and our life experience. So I couldn't say that somebody is completely bad or somebody is completely good. like everybody is absolutely neutral and has enough strengths and weaknesses to balance himself to that neutrality. So every person is pretty much the same. And you can argue with me as much as you want, but in the world of energy, that's what it is. So there is no somebody who is completely bad. Yeah, you will tell me, well, there are people that made super bad things, yes, but they are also capable of doing a lot of good. And so basically, you need to focus on your strengths, and everybody has strengths. Even if you think that your strength is not important, um, you will be mistaken. For example, my clients mostly are masculine women, and obviously they love my strengths because they believe that being feminine, being soft, being emotional is such a great thing. Me, on the other hand, I didn't always accepted my strengths, my emotions, and my softness that much. I always wanted to be like them. I wanted to be brave, to be action oriented, to be even a little aggressive. I felt like it's so amazing to be like that. I really felt like I wanted to be that woman. I never really accepted anybody who was super soft, super feminine. Like I was like, yeah, it's great, but this is not what I want. I wanted to be so. I never accepted my strengths, and I want you to start accepting your strengths because emotions are a great thing. With my emotions, I can, I can move mountains. Honestly, I can make people change. Um, my admirer reappeared in TikTok. So with my emotions, I can really change a lot of things. I can regulate the temperature in the not the temperature, but I can come into the group of people, and I will be able with my energy and emotions to change the current atmosphere. Even I can influence people. I influence people to change their minds just with my emotions and my energy. You see, if I'm with the man, I don't even have to say nothing. With my emotions, he will understand that something is off or something is not. Now, a woman that has a lot of masculinity, she will have to express herself. I don't even have to do that. So you need to find what are your strengths, and usually it's based on your dominant energy. So, for example, if you have a lot of fire, your strength is actions. You're passionate and you're action oriented. The strength is that you can get up and go and do something. If you have a lot of air, your strength is that you are non-attachable and that you have visions and that you're optimistic. Um, um, if you are energy of earth, then your strength is that you are very grounded and you always know what to do and how to do. If you are energy of water, then emotions is your strength. I mean, you are very empathetic. So like this, find your strengths and focus on them. Don't focus on your weaknesses at all. Focus only on your strengths. Actually, you can even write them down. You can write down something like 10, 15 strengths of yours, whatever you think a strength is, and just focus on them all the time. When you are in doubt, when you're feeling a little bit like, you went from work and you feel your boss told you how how unproductive and how unvaluable you are, and you can reread the strengths and you're like, no, that's not true. Anastasia said I have a lot of strengths, so that it should be like that. So focus on your strengths and strengths alone. Another one is, and this is what I started doing, you need to start taking actions. Again, because I don't have much energy of fire and air, for me, taking actions was a hard thing. So I would analyze for days and days and days. I would think twice. I would like asking advice. I would be like, maybe I should not do. I would procrastinate so long that at one point it wouldn't be even relevant anymore. Like for example, if I have a weekend off and I'm thinking, should I go to the beach or should I not? I would be thinking about it till Sunday night until it's already not relevant, and then I'm like, okay, maybe next week, and like this. So you need to start doing actions. Actions basically just push yourself to do something, and this would you will see it would boost your confidence a lot. Why? Because you stepped out of your comfort zone. You're doing something that's not comfortable for you. Once you're out of your comfort zone, whether you want it or not, your energy start moving. You start doing something. It's somewhat progress to you. Even if you think that you're not doing it right, it's still a progress, because your energy is experiencing something new. So, for example, when you are learning how to ride a bicycle, I mean, you are afraid, you don't feel comfortable about it, but you start riding, right? So maybe like I was learning to ride that the scooter, no, not the scooter, the something new with the wheels, and I felt I almost fell a couple times, but I felt very uplifted because I was trying something new, and obviously, yeah, I didn't have the good results, but at least I tried something new. Next time I will try, I obviously will enjoy it, and I will have a better experience. So do start doing actions. Honestly, if you have a lot of feminine energy, start doing actions. Actions will add to your confidence. Um, Here also, I wanted to add something. Look, I'm a Reiki master. I work with energy. I can basically make myself, I can create any kind of energy I want. I can experience any kind of energy I want. So I can experience myself being fully loved. I can experience even deeper things. I'm not going to go through this. I can experience, I have an experience that I am absolutely wealthy, that I'm somewhere, I don't know, in Singapore in a penthouse. I can experience all this. But you see, yes, I can recreate the energy and I can have this experience. But only physical experience will move me forward. So, for example, if I'm moving to a new area, I can believe that I own this area, that I own this area, that I am super comfortable in this area. But only my mind will only believe that if I will have some kind of proof. So for some kind of proof, I need to go outside and feel as confident as I feel sitting on the couch, imagining and creating the energy that I want to perceive. Like this, you need to understand. So I can sit here and tell myself, I'm loved, I'm loved, I'm loved, feel I'm loved, like with all my body. I mean, have this experience and already completely believe that I'm loved, but only until I will go and I will get the proof, some kind of proof. Maybe I'll go to the store and somebody will be like, oh, you're so beautiful, or something, or this coffee is on me, only then I will truly, my mind will ground that feeling of I'm loved. So actions are a must. Actions are very important. You can create any kind of feeling in you. You can create any kind of emotion. You can move the energy the way you want to move, but you need to get some proof. And the proof almost will come only from the outside. That's why outside world is given to us, because through outside world we can learn how far we develop. The next one is mental rehearsal, visualization, my favorite word. This one I don't do as often, but I have a couple of people, couple clients, and couple friends that enjoy doing it. Now, what do you do? This is an NLP practice as well. It's modeling. It's called modeling. And if you watch a couple of my other videos, you know I'm talking about modeling in video. 5 NLP practices to become wealthy or something like that. So modeling is basically you imagining you confident in front of you, and then you just walking in and becoming that woman. I mean, if I'm super confident, how would I act? How would I act right now? How would I look? How would I sit? How I would like what kind of expression I would have on my face? And then I embody that version of self. Usually modeling is done with somebody else. So for example, I know I have let's say I admire a particular person in my life, and that person is super confident, and obviously I imagine the phantom of that person and what that person, like, why, how do I know she's confident? Maybe because she's sitting very comfortably wherever she is. Maybe she walks very comfortably even if she's on the red carpet, or maybe she's just it's perceived through her actions or through her words. So I imagine this person and then I embody the person. So I model the person, I embody the person's phantom, and I just and I act the same way, like that. It is an NLP practice. If you want, you can read about it. It's called modeling. So you should. I don't suggest you to model somebody else. I would rather you model yourself, your future kind of self, your different version of self. So imagine there is because it's much easier. I mean, you can start with somebody else, but it would be better if you would start with yourself already. So imagine there is a different version. Like I would imagine there is Anastasia sitting in front of me, and she's absolutely confident, absolutely powerful. And how would she act, how she would react? And then I basically walk towards her, or she walks toward me, and become one. And now I will act like she would act. It is a powerful exercise, and I advise you to do it. If you don't have this kind of imagination, then just imagine yourself being confident. If you if you have a very powerful friends or a boyfriend, how would you feel? I mean, just and then embody that version of yourself. Okay, and the last one is create for yourself a support group. You can even talk to your relatives, to your friends. Like me, when I started playing lotto, I used to tell my closest friends and my family, I used to say, help me to win the jackpot. When I tell you I'm going to win, let's plan how we're going to spend the money. Don't tell me, oh, you will never win. Tell me, let's do it. I know you're going to win. So I asked them. I mean, I haven't won the jackpot yet, but I won good sums of money. So what I want to say, speak to your family as well, to your friends, I don't know, to your partner or whoever you are surrounded by, and tell them, I'm working on boosting my confidence. Help me with that. So when I will, you basically admit it to yourself that you're working on your confidence, and you reconfirm it by talking to other person. So every time you will say, oh, I think I lost some weight, I think I look slender, the other person will tell you, yes, you did. I think you look amazing, and basic stuff. So create for yourself a support group. What else you can do? I know I wasn't part of this group, but I had some friends in NLP community. They used to be like they would create like a small groups where they would support each other. Every one of them had a particular goal, and they would just support each other, and they basically would fake it till they make it together. And it's very reassuring, honestly. Thankfully for me, I have good friends and good family that are supporting me like that. If I need to not to fake, but if I'm working on something. But if you don't have anybody, I mean, everybody has somebody. There's just no such thing. You must have a partner or a friend or a family member, at least one person, and just speak to them like that and ask them to support you. All right, so that's it. I'm going to answer your questions, and then I'm going to answer one more question. But let me just sum it up. So becoming confident. The subject is become confident overnight. You wouldn't become confident overnight. I'm telling you the truth, because your energy needs to change. Your perception of yourself needs to change, but overnight you can decide what you need to do and how to do it. So what you need to stop doing right now, and I don't care whether you want to become confident or not, but you need to stop doing it because it's damaging your energy. You need to stop comparing yourself to others. There's nobody like you, and you won't be able to become like somebody else. You will always be that somebody else will always be ahead of you. I think there are a lot of people that are trying to make perfect bodies or perfect faces or something, and they are never satisfied. Why? Because they are always chasing something ahead. So when you're chasing something ahead, there will be always something ahead, like this. So you need to stop comparing yourself to others, stop wasting energy there. The second one, you need to stop negative self-talk right away. That's it. This is not discussed already. You never speak bad about yourself. You put in information into energy that you have around you. Make sure that the information that you put is good. The third one is you need to stop seeking approval and constantly asking advice. Look, sometimes it's okay, but when you're constantly asking for advice, I mean, people love people that are self-sufficient. I mean, enough with that. The first one is avoiding new experiences, projects, people, anything like that. And your comfort zone will not help you with improvements. The fifth one is you need to stop being hard on yourself. That's a hard stop right now. Obviously, you need to be somewhat diligent for your progress, but you shouldn't be hard on yourself. And the last one, you need to stop focusing on past failures. If you could not stop focusing on them, rewrite them again. So if you had an argument and you could not forgive yourself for it, address it. I mean, speak to the person and say, listen, I think I was wrong, or I think that let's discuss the situation again. Don't say that you're wrong. That's never good. Say that I don't feel comfortable about the situation. Let's talk about it. If you could not address the situation, you can ask me. I will clear the energy around it, but you would need to stop focusing on it too. All right, what you need to start doing, you need to push your shoulders back. I want everybody who is listening right now, push the shoulders back and just sit like that. If it's hard for you to sit with the shoulders back, put something on your head, like a book or something. The second one is you need to smile. Smile with your cheekbones. Again, don't force like this. You need to smile with cheekbones, because naturally when we smile with cheekbones. So like this. Just feel like your cheekbones are raising your lips. The third one is you need to use strong self-talk. Really strong. I mean, you're talking to yourself. You can say anything. You can say that you're the best person in the world. I mean, who is going to contradict you at this moment? The fourth one is you need to start dressing up, even if you don't have anybody around you and you just laying on the couch watching Netflix. It's better if you at least in a beautiful pajamas, something like that. As it's important basically. The fifth one is you need to record your accomplishments. Even if you don't have any accomplishments, record something. Even if you are just sitting and watching TikTok for last 3 hours, I'm sure you got some kind of useful information there. So write that down. The sixth ones, you need to focus on your strengths. So no weaknesses at all. Don't focus on weaknesses. Usually we tend to focus on our weaknesses. Focus on your strengths. And you will see how your strengths will bring you the success and everything that you want. You will see. I'm telling you, once I accepted my emotions and I stopped fighting them, I'm surprised how much my emotions actually improved my life. So focus on your strengths. The next one is take actions. This is very important. This is what I started doing. So if somebody is inviting you to a party and that party is somewhat decent and you know that you might meet some people, go. I mean, you can always leave, worst case scenario. If somebody is asking you to take on a project and you are not sure whether you have enough expertise or something like that, you know what? You will get the expertise while you're doing the project. Nobody's expecting you to build a plane over there. Take the actions. The next one is mental rehearsal. Do the modeling. Model your confident self. And the last one is get yourself a support group. So talk to the person that's closest to you, or at least the person that would understand you. So maybe you have like just one friend that you can talk to like this, or maybe a sister, your brother, your mom, or your father, somebody, and just tell, can we, like, I have a friend that supported me with me playing the lotto for so long. Every time I call him, I'm like, let's discuss how we're going to spend my winnings. And it would really uplift me. It would really give me this kind of boost, and I would play again and I would win. So get yourself a support group. Okay, that's it. I do hope it was helpful. Let me answer your questions. How about feeling not good and confident because of your looks and appearances? If I actually think I'm ugly, how will I even change my thoughts around that? Look, I'm reading this and my whole heart just squeezed. Nobody is ugly. Nobody. There's no such thing. Everybody is beautiful, and there is a saying. There is a lid for every pot. This is just your perception, and your perception is wrong. Probably that perception was given you by somebody. You can just rewrite that. I'm sure there is something beautiful about you. Look, I think I would be more beautiful if I would be tall, blonde, and skinny, but I'm not. So I think I'm beautiful as I am, and that's just it. Start saying something like, what if it's true? What if you are just beautiful just like that? And if you think that your mind will not believe, your mind will believe. If you will repeat yourself 100 times, I'm beautiful, at one point your mind will be like, Maybe she's right. Maybe we should look for something beautiful in us. You will see. You will see. At one point, this is how I drop a lot of weight. I used to say myself, I'm slender, I'm slender, I'm slender. And obviously, my weight, because I always was a runner, my weight was coming because of a lot of stress. My cortisol was very high. And at one point, I was saying, I'm slender, I'm slender, I'm slender, like this all the time. At one point, my stress level went down, my cortisol went down, and I became slender. So the mind will find the proof for what you want to believe in. I know my internet is like that. I don't know what to do with it. But what about those good self-affirmations, but not believing they're actually true, and like I'm lying to myself? Like me saying I'm pretty or productive, but not actually truly believing it. It's only the matter of time. It's because your self-talk is more persuasive than your affirmations right now. So, for example, you might tell yourself 1,000 times, I'm not productive, but then you will say affirmation 5 times, I'm productive. Obviously, your self-talk is faster than your, not faster, more impressive than your affirmations. So it's just a matter of time. Tell yourself, like, for example, this is what I used to do. I used to sit for 10 minutes. I would put alarm for 10 minutes, and I would say, I'm slender, I'm slender, I'm slender. And I would feel like this. I'm slender, and I feel like my whole body is just squeezes. And I would just spend 10 minutes like this. At one point, my mind start thinking, start basically picking up on idea. Maybe I am slender. It's only a matter of time. Trust me. Our mind is just like a ground, and you put the seeds in them. I will write the answer in the comments. All right. Let me answer the question. So last time I had a dialogue. It was about 3 ways men getting energy from women. I think this was the last one. So I got a question from some unhappy woman, and I understand why. So she basically said, if I support a man with energy and he doesn't support me anyhow, then why do I need him? Well, you don't, basically. Why would you need a man that doesn't support you? So you give him energy. This is how it works. You give him the energy. He takes the energy, goes and creates some kind of resources. You're welcome. So you give him energy. He goes, he creates some kind of resources. He brings those resources to create the security around you. Now, if he doesn't create security, I mean, he needs to give these resources to somebody. I mean, what is he going? He's taking those resources somewhere. I mean, either he's creating a long-term security for you both, or he's giving resources to, let's say, his family, maybe, or I don't know to whom. But basically, or he's not using the energy right. But what a man is going to do with the resources that he created with your energy. So what you need to do, I wouldn't be as harsh. I wouldn't be leaving the guy just because he's not giving you nothing. I would start talking to him about this, or at least expressing yourself. So, for example, you can tell him something like, I mean, I don't know the situation. This is not my client. This is somebody who's listening to me. So I would probably start expressing myself that I would want to work less, or I would love to be a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home wife or something. A man, I never really met a guy that would say no. I can't afford both of us. I mean, so I would express myself. There's no energy exchange. If you're giving him energy and you're not receiving nothing back, it's a relationship that will not last too long. At one point, he will be like, okay, I'm not giving nothing. I feel kind of weird, and you will be exhausted because you're giving him energy plus you working supporting yourself. I mean, it would be strange. You wouldn't admire him. He would feel awkward, like you don't need him. The whole situation is just a little off. So don't be upset with the man. Be a little bit, just just be smart about your life and start expressing your wishes. Start telling, first of all, yourself what you want your life to be. So if you want a man to create security for you, say it. There's nothing wrong in that. Really, a lot of men would love to do that. I was talking the other day with the guy, and he said, I asked him why is he not married, and he's like, women are so hyper independent right now. I feel like they don't need me, and I would want a woman that I can take care of. So I told him, I said, so you wouldn't want her to have a career or something? And he basically said, no, I don't mind, but I don't want her to be so super independent that I feel like I'm not needed. You see, so men, they do want to provide, they do want to give something to a woman. If you're giving him energy, ask for something. Ask for security, ask for presence, ask for something, for trips, for money, for something. It's normal. Energetically, if a man doesn't give you nothing, he feels like he owes, and no man wants to feel like that he owes something. It's a very heavy feeling for a masculine energy. Feminine man maybe, but masculine man will feel very awkward, very heavy. And at one point, if you will not start asking, they probably will either leave you or they will find somebody who they can start giving. It's a heavy feeling for a man. The same like it's a heavy feeling for a woman to be with the man that doesn't give nothing. The same for a man to be with the woman that doesn't ask for nothing, doesn't demand. Okay, I think that's it. Next to dialogues, I do want to make about man. The first one is the masculine, feminine man. And the second one, what you should expect from a man in a relationship. Let me know if it would be useful. It will be useful, and I'm going to do it. If you have any ideas about the dialogues, let me know. Thank you very much for being here. You know how to contact me. You know about my courses. So if you have questions, ask. If you need help, let me know. Bye, everybody. Enjoy your Sunday. Bye, TikTok. Bye, YouTube.